Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair, and when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. What was the first bad thing that happened to Alexander when he got out of bed?
Tripped on the skateboard.
What was the second bad thing?
Dropped his sweater in the sink when I was running.
Yep, and he also, what else?
He dropped his bubble gum in his hair.
Yep, and he tripped over a skateboard. All right. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. What did Anthony find in his cereal box?
A circle.
A Corvette Stingray car kit. And Nick found...
Nothing.
What did he find? Nick find?
He found the action figure thingy.
He found the undercover agent code ring. In the carpool, Miss Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said, if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm gonna be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Where did Alexander have to sit in the car ride? Yeah.
Middle.
In the middle, that's right.
I was gonna.
It's okay. You can take turns. At school, Miss Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, I sang too loud. At counting time, I forgot number 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. What did Alexander draw a picture of?
Invisible castle.
All right, and what number did he leave out? Yeah. Oh.
16.
16. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. Where did Alexander say he wanted to move to in the book earlier? He just mentioned it again. What? No.
He wanted to move in Australia.
Australia, yeah.
I remember definitely both.
There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Austin, whose mother forgot to put dessert in their lunch bag?
Alexander.
Alexander's. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took all of us to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia.
Wasn't there?
On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to get to the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then I started crying because of the mud, and Nick said I was a crybaby. And And when I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back to the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, and I told everybody, and no one even answered. Why did Alexander punch his brother Nick?
Pushed him down into the mud.
Now, even when we're angry and our brothers knock us in the mud, is it okay to hit?
No.
No. Is violence ever the answer?
No.
No. So when we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers, Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes, and I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. Oh, when we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with the copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for his books on his desk, and I was careful as could be except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around on his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Ugh. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. What did Alexander have that he hated at dinner? Dex.
The beans.
Lima beans. And Austin, what went down the drain during his bath?
His marble.
His marble. You can answer the next one. When I went to bed, Nick took the pillow that he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. My cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Mommy.
My mom said, some days are just like that. Even in Australia.
I didn't get
The end. What would you do? The end. What would you do if you had a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day? You? What would you do?
I would tell you.
You would tell me. And everybody has terrible, no good, very bad days every once in a while, but not every day stays that way. Until the next time, enjoy your reading and read, read, read.